Hey everyone, I've got another 307 moment here. I've been thinking a lot about an experience I had last night. Yesterday I was in Colorado for my last day and wanted to go for a little hike, and did a hike at 9,000 feet, 90 degrees, and I'm running uphill, and I'm passing by people, and I'm hearing things like, "Great job, you've got this, keep going," and just pumping me up, right? And I kind of need that because it's a struggle. Again, I'm running uphill, up sets of stairs, and it's 90 degrees out, and again, 9,000 feet elevation. It's no joke. I'm sweating like crazy. It's definitely hard on the breathing. And I'm running up, and it was occurring to me then that what's interesting is that people had that approach, and that many people were cheering me on. I mean, every other person I came by, and there were plenty, continued to say things like that. And I thought back to 15, 20, 25 years ago when I was climbing the metaphorical hill that was addiction, mental health, struggles with suicide, all those things. And I just remember the pain and the suffering and the challenge that existed then was met with much different tone. I heard things like, "Why don't you just figure it out? It's not that complicated. You need to do better. Just get it together." All those kinds of things. That's what I heard. And so when I needed it most, actually, and what I did yesterday is no comparison to what I dealt with, the pain, the struggle, the challenge. That was nothing compared to what I dealt with before. But when I needed it most, what's interesting is I had none of that support. And then it occurred to me that when people see and understand the pain, the challenge, and the struggle, then the compassion comes, then the cheers come, all those things. See, when people were walking by me, and even if they weren't running, they knew, they could feel how hot it was, they could feel the elevation change. They got it. They could see it, they could see the pain, and they could understand it, even if it was at a different level. Now, when I struggle with drugs, alcohol, and suicide, yeah, maybe people could see it a little bit, but they didn't understand. And I don't blame people for that. But that's why we're walking 307,000 miles. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm so passionate about this, because I realize that when people do hear the reality, when people do hear what's going on, when people do hear what that pain is like, they're willing to listen, they're willing to cheer on, they're willing to be a little more compassionate. So just thought that was an interesting analogy, that when we can see it and understand, then we're willing to cheer people on, then we're willing to be compassionate. And so that's why we're doing this thing. If nothing else, I would love for you to join and participate and just learn a little bit more. Sign up in the comments link. We've got one more this week. I'll get the initial email out to that subscription list, that mailing list, and we'll give you some more details. It'll be exciting. We're moving fast, but just wanted to get this little tidbit to you. Hope you all having wonderful weeks.